Hey crafters, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kelly Wicker. Today I've got a super exciting card project to share with you. Seriously, this one is so cute and fun. I can't stop smiling when I look at it. I'll be working with the Inspired Stamp Set by Simon Hurley and Ranger, and guess what? Spellbinders made matching dies for it. No fussy cutting required. I also created a rainbow background that I absolutely love. It's so bright, cheerful, and really brings the whole card together. I'm so excited to walk you through how this card came together. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's dive in. Alright y'all, for today's card project, I'm showcasing a super cute stamp set by Simon Hurley and Ranger called Inspired. I think this set is really cute and perfect for so many projects. The best part is, Spellbinders created matching dies to go with it. Perfect for someone like me who hates to fussy cut. These dies make it so much easier and faster to get a polished look on your cards without the hassle. Before we get started, let me share the card I made. I really love how this background on this card turned out. It's so fun and adds such a playful touch to the overall design. I can't wait to show you how it all comes together. Let me hold it up here for a few seconds just so you can get a nice look at it. It's really cute and colorful. Super fun. And so you might notice that my products, well, at least one of my products here in this set is packaged in a Ziploc bag instead of the final retail packaging that everyone gets. That's because as an affiliate and content creator, I sometimes receive products early directly from the company to try out and showcase in my projects. It's one of the perks of partnering with amazing brands like Spellbinders, and it helps me share fun ideas with y'all even sooner. Speaking of being an affiliate with Spellbinders, when you shop using my affiliate links, I earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. It's a simple way to support my channel and helps me continue sharing tutorials and inspiration with all of you. I truly appreciate it when you use my links. It means so much. In addition to the stamps and dies, I'll also be using the A2 Matting Basics die sets A and B to create perfect layered panels for today's card. I'll point out the other tools and materials I'm using as we go along so you can see how everything comes together. So let's get started crafting, y'all. Alright y'all, today I'm using Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock since we're featuring Simon Hurley products in today's project. I'm cutting the cardstock in half with my trusty Spellbinder scissors so it fits perfectly into my Platinum 6 die cutting machine. I've already got my Spellbinders Platinum 6 all set up and ready to go because we're getting out the A2 Matting Basics A and B die sets to create today's card panels. I love how these dies make it so easy to get clean, even layers for my cards. So I just ran the A2 Matting Basics B die set through my die cutting machine using the largest die in the set to create today's card panel. It's the perfect size to the foundation for our project, and I love how clean and precise the edges turn out with these dies. Now let's get out the A2 Matting Basics A die set to create the layer that's going to go behind the main panel. We're just following the instructions on the universal plate system, making it super easy to set everything up and then running it through the die cut machine. I love how these dies make layering so effortless and precise. And with that done, let's put the P6 away for now so we can move on to the next step. It's time to create our rainbow background. I thought it would be fun to stamp these strokes at an angle to give the card a playful and dynamic look. And I'm so happy with how it's turning out, y'all. To help me make this super fun and colorful design, I got out my trusty Misty stamping tool. Seriously, where would we be without it? I've got my waffle flower grip mat and my Misty to hold my card panel perfectly in place. I love how easy this makes stamping. No more worrying about my panel slipping or shifting as I work. Oh, and did you know there's a mini Misty stamping tool? I've got one on my wish list because it would be perfect for smaller projects, and it would fit so nicely in my craft room. Hopefully I can add it to my collection soon. And to create the rainbow, I'm using my Distress Oxide-Inks in KITSCH Flamingo, Lumberjack Plaid, Spiced Marmalade, Squeezed Lemonade, Twisted Citron, Mermaid Lagoon, and Wilted Violet. I absolutely love creating with Distress Oxides. They were the very first inks I ever purchased, and now I have almost the entire collection in my stash. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so I'm really glad I was able to fit it into this background. Now, I could have tried to create these paint strokes by hand. Well, maybe not, since my watercoloring skills aren't exactly the best. That's why I'm so thankful that Simon included these amazing paint stroke stamps in this set. I absolutely love how they have all these little imperfections that make them look like I created them myself with a paintbrush. It's such a fun and easy way to add a handmade touch without the struggle. I'm using Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock to stamp this adorable elephant with help from my Misty and Waffle Flower grip mat for perfect placement. I'm using my anti-static powder tool from Rabbit Hole Designs to help keep my embossing powder only where it's needed for a clean finish. Now it's time to stamp our cute little elephant. I'm placing it in my Misty stamping tool and using VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink for a crisp, detailed impression. With the help of my pressure tool, one stamp is all we need. After stamping, I'll clean the stamp with a baby wipe and put it away along with the Misty so we can move on. By the way, how many Misties do you own? Let me know in the comments. I have 4 in my craft room, and they make stamping so much easier. I'm using cheap cardstock to catch excess powder as I sprinkle on Hero Arts Clear Embossing Powder. This will give the stamped image a shiny polished finish when we heat set. Now we get out our heat gun to help melt the embossing powder. This step sets the powder, creating a shiny raised effect that adds texture and a professional finish to the stamped image. It's time to cut out the elephant using the matching dies, and for that I'm using my Empress Mini die cutting machine. The cardstock is a little warped from the heat gun, so to make sure the die stays in place, I'm holding it down with some pink tape. I thought it was going to stay with the magnet, but it was too warped for that, so I decided to go ahead and get out the pink tape to hold them down. This keeps everything aligned for a clean, precise cut. I'll take it off camera to run it through the machine, and then we'll have our perfectly cut elephant ready for the next step. To bring this cute little elephant to life, we're going to do some simple coloring with a few Copic markers. Nothing too crazy here, y'all. I'm not a huge fan of coloring, but it's a quick and easy way to add some personality to the design. I'll list the marker colors I'm using in the description box for you. Oh, and just a heads up, you might hear some barking or howling in the background today. I'm sorry about that, but we're pet sitting for a friend and fostering a new Sheltie named Buster Brown. He's 2 years old, and we're hoping to eventually adopt him because our dog needs a new brother. As many of you know, our older Sheltie passed away back in April, and we decided to start fostering through a local rescue group. Fingers crossed Buster becomes a permanent part of our family. Here I'm starting to assemble the card by layering the card panel onto a piece of black cardstock to create a nice border and make the design pop. Once that's done, I'll adhere it to the card base and we'll have a foundation of our card ready to go. It's time to add our sentiment to the front of the card, and for this I'm bringing out my trusty Misty stamping tool once again. I was needing some help with the placement of the sentiment, so I decided to ask one of my crafty friends for assistance. She came up with this fantastic idea to stamp the sentiment at an angle to match the design. Thank you, Beth G. I say Beth G because I have a couple of friends named Beth, and I want to give the right one credit. I love how the Misty makes it so easy to line and customize placements like this for a perfectly polished look. You see me getting out my scrapbook adhesive foam squares here. I really like these because they are super reliable and I can grab them quickly from Amazon. I'll have them listed in the description box below with affiliate links in case you want to check them out. Now I'm removing the backers and placing this adorable elephant front and center on the card. Once he's in place, it's time to add some bling to finish it off. It's time to add some bling to finish off this card. I'm using the disco ball sequins from Gina K Designs, which add the perfect touch of sparkle and shine. Once those are in place, this card project is complete, y'all. I hope you love how it turned out. And that's it for today's card project, y'all. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did creating this adorable card. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new project. A huge thank you to my existing subscribers. I truly appreciate your support. I also hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrated. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about today's card or if there's something you'd like to see in a future video. Thank you so much for spending the time with me today, and until next time, happy crafting. Ciao for now.